What's up, family? Thank you guys for tuning into the channel where we're gonna turn you from zero to hero. I appreciate you guys for the love and support. Disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm here to teach a skill that I have mastered over the last 7 years. If applied correctly, can change your life and get you to that financial freedom, family. If that sounds like a plan, smash that like, drop a comment if you're gaining value from the videos and making money with our plays that we're calling out daily. Let's dive right into it. Starting off, kicking it off with Apple, man. Apple. Let's see what we got here. Apple had an amazing day today. I kept telling y'all, I told y'all in the last video, if it gets above 234, it is a hammer long right into 239 and then ultimately 240. We hit that. We hit price target number 1 and 2 as soon as the market opened. Could have got in at 234, rode it up to 238, ultimately hit 240. Didn't even stop at 238 today. Just went right up to 240, and then kind of based down here at 238 for the remainder of the day. Congratulations if you caught that trade, man. That was a beast. That was a nice in and out play that played out perfectly. Again, we're going to go over the levels for tomorrow on Apple. Apple, I would like to see it retest 236. If it retests 236, it can hold 236. Boom. Right back up into 238, 240. Above 240, we got 242. And then it's pretty illiquid up into like 245. So if it breaks out above 242, bam, hammer calls right to 245. Ultimately, 247, give or take. So if it gets above 242, boom, hammer it right to 245. Get in, get out, make your money. If it starts breaking below 234, bam, we got a nice short that's going to happen pretty damn quick down to 231. Get busy with those levels. That's for Apple. Going into the next play, Tesla. Tesla was down here yesterday, closed at like 409. I said if Tesla can get above 412, easy long right back into 422, 423. Hit to a T, baby. Hit to a T. Right up to 423, wick down a little bit, ended up closing the day at 422. If we can see Tesla get above 422, 423, next stop is 430, and then above 430, we got 440. Get busy with those levels. Get busy with Tesla. Tesla is a beast. Tesla will make your weekly salary, your monthly salary in one trade if you do it correctly, if you manage your risk, if you use a stop loss, if you take profits when you are up, and if you have good entries and good exits, you're killing it, family. You're killing it. So below, if it starts to get rejected tomorrow at 423, 424, it's going to come right back down to 411, 412 to retest that support. If it starts to break under 212, 211, I'm sorry, 411, 412 starts to break under that, easy short right back to 400, ultimately 394, 395, give or take. So get busy with Tesla tomorrow. All right, we got another one, man. I told you I was hammering this. I kept telling you guys, I kept telling y'all, if Meta gets above 773, it is a easy long right to 780, 783. We didn't see 783, but we did see 780 on the day. So that was a nice $7 move that you could have made, a bag on Meta with. For Meta tomorrow, man, I would like to see this thing above 781, 782. If this thing gets above 782, 781, it's running, guys. It is running, and it is off to the races. It's probably going to run to 800. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to bullshit you. This thing above 780 is right back into all-time highs. All-time highs is 796. So above 780, this is a hammer. This is a hammer, hammer, hammer. Can absolutely print this week if it gets above 780. All right, 780, ride it to at least a bare minimum of 790, 792. If it starts to get stalled out there, which it might try to hold the move, it might try to hold some of the move, you know, for the next day. But yeah, above 780, this thing is ripping, guys. I'm telling you, this thing is going to rip. If it gets above 780 and holds, it's ripping right to 790, 792. Above 792, it's pushing to all-time highs, which is 796. And then ultimately, it's going to be pulled just like Tesla. Just like Tesla, when I was calling out the magnet that it was going to pull it to 400, it's going to be the same thing with Meta. It's going to be like a magnet. It's going to pull it to 800, and it's going to hit it. So above 780, hammer that thing, baby. Hammer it. If for whatever reason, Meta looks strong right now, but if for whatever reason it can't get above 781, 782, easy short right back to 773. I would wait to see how it reacts at that level. If it doesn't, if it starts to break below, right back to 766. Easy money, baby. Easy money. This is a very illiquid zone, so it's going to happen quick, guys. It's going to happen quick. Meta's going to be a banger tomorrow. Tesla's going to be a banger tomorrow. Apple's going to be a banger tomorrow. And then my dark horse right here, AVGO. AVGO didn't really do shit today. However, it held up. It is just chilling up here, guys, at all-time highs. It's just chilling, just ranging and making a base for itself up at all-time highs. If it keeps holding 360, it's going to get another all-time high push to 374, and then ultimately back into price discovery, where it's probably going to run to 380, 390, and eventually that 400 level, guys. All right? So keep this on your watch list. Be smart, be diligent. This thing is a hammer above 360. Above 360, it's going to go, I'm telling you, it's going right back to the all-time highs, 370. Ultimately, 374 is all-time highs, and then price discovery. So if for whatever reason, AVGO looks strong right now, it's holding that key level, just made a base there today. Under 360, you can see it flush to 350. That's a nice $9, $10 move that could happen very quick. No liquidity in this range. So be on the lookout. You know, keep your eyes peeled for this one. This one is a monster about to unleash, guys. So I'm telling you, it's a monster right now. It is going to rip. If it doesn't rip and it starts to lose 360, like I said, we're hammering puts right down to 351. Exit. Get in, get out. Make your money, get out. But however, if it holds 360 and you start to see it push up tomorrow, all-time highs is imminent, guys, and then into price discovery. So be smart, be diligent, make your money, get out. Another one on my radar that I want to put you guys on is Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR, currently sitting at 170. Again, this is another one that's just been basing. It's just been basing, creating a solid level of support. It's not breaking over. It's not breaking under. It's just basing. It's just making a base. If this thing starts to get above 170, I've been calling it out in my previous videos, but I'm putting you guys onto this because it is low-key a beast, man. So above 170, 174, and then 177. Above 177, it's going to cook, guys. It's going to cook up to 180, 183, eventually back into all-time highs of 189. So be looking out for that. This thing is a beast. Don't sleep on Palantir. Palantir is a runner. Once it gets moving, if for whatever reason, same thing with like AVGO, if for whatever reason this thing starts to get under and breaks under and holding below 170, you know, you can see this thing flush right down to 164 quick. In the quickness, guys. No liquidity in this zone. Very illiquid. Make your money, get out. See profit, take profit. But I would be leaning more towards the upside on Palantir, guys. It's holding up like a beast. Didn't even flinch under 170 today. It's a beast. Keep it on your watch list. Low key, it's a beast. What else I got for you guys? Coinbase, man. I don't know how nobody is talking about this stock right now. Nobody. All of my coaches, I'm watching other people's videos. Nobody is talking about this stock right now. Coinbase is low-key a silent monster right now. Nobody's talking about it. It's under the radar. And especially with these Fed cut rates, guys. If the Fed comes out and winds up cutting a 50 basis point hike, you're going to see Bitcoin skyrocket. You're going to see, you know, Coinbase and MicroStrategy skyrocket. Guys, there is no, we seen a nice little flash this morning to 335 that I've been calling out. Above 324. Above 324, I said it was going to go to 335 and then ultimately 350. We didn't get that 350 push, nor did we get that 330, 335 hold, which kind of sucks, but it's all good because what did it do, guys? It broke out and then retested support. And now it's just chilling up here above support at 327. And support is at 324. So it's just chilling. Came down, tested it, bounced back up, and it's just basing up above support, which is very, very bullish, guys. All right. So I would be looking tomorrow. If everything goes right with this Fed cut, dude, this thing is going to take off, guys. I'm telling you right now. This thing is it is a silent killer. Like I said, I don't see people talking about it, which is kind of crazy to me. But easy long up into 350 if we get cooking, guys. So above 327, above 328, 335, this thing is pushing right to 350, and then ultimately it's got a gap fill to 370. So I mean, this thing could really get cooking if, you know, the Fed cut rates come out bullish, you know, if it's a positive thing for the market. And those are all. I don't want to overcomplicate it. I don't want to be hitting you guys with too many stocks because I know it is, you know, it's kind of tough, you know, it's kind of tough. But anyway, I'm going to put this one on your radar too. Microsoft didn't really do much today. You've seen an initial push to 317, 318, which I've been calling out in previous videos. Winded up pushing up in the pre-market, and then just kind of sold off for the rest of the day, came down and closed at 509. I said, guys, if this thing can hold 509, 510, easy long right back into 517. If it starts to get below this 509 level and it starts to get below 508.50, easy short right down to 501, 502, somewhere around there. Get in, get out, make your money with this. This thing kind of looks like a beast too. Honestly, above 317, this thing is cooking, guys. Right up to 520. I'm sorry, did I say 4? Above 517 is cooking right to 524, and then ultimately 532. So be on the lookout for Microsoft. That's a good one too. But I just want to throw this on you guys, all right? This is for me personally. You guys can do what you want. Take the plays, get in, get out, make your money in the morning, right, when the market opens. But honestly, unless I see a setup that I cannot pass on, you know, I'm most likely going to be playing AVGO. AVGO is going to be that's like my dark horse right now. That's the one I want to, you know, IV has been getting crushed the past couple days just because it's been basing here. I think that AVGO risk potential, or the reward to risk potential, is I think there's a lot of upside, a lot of money to be made on this play. So I'm going to be playing AVGO if it continues to hold 360. Besides that, I'm waiting for the Fed to talk, guys. The Fed comes out tomorrow at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to give our rate hike decision. All right, it's either going to be 25 basis points or 50 basis points, but nonetheless, it is going to be a market mover. Whether it tanks the market, whether it spikes the market and pushes everything to all-time highs, whether or not it does either of those, it's going to be a market mover. I mean, this is the first rate cut that we've seen all year so far, and the projections for another rate cut towards the end of this year or maybe for next year, whatever they say is going to dictate how the market goes. So be looking out for that. If you're going to play the market tomorrow before this, be careful, man. That's all I'm going to say. Just be careful. If you see a setup that you like, take it, get in and out of our levels, play our levels, get in and out. And then, but other than that, don't have too much risk on the table. Tomorrow's going to be probably a chop fest until, the Fed cut, the Fed makes their decision on the basis point that they do, whatever. But it's going to be a market mover, whether it moves to the downside, to the upside. I don't expect much action to happen intraday before this Fed meeting. Until the Fed meeting, which I said again, they speak at 2 o'clock. That's where I'm going to be waiting, liquid in my buying power. Going to be waiting for the rate cut decision and to see how the market reacts. Based on how the market reacts, that's when I'm going to get in and make my monthly salary in one fucking trade. That's how we do it, guys. I love you guys, man. Be smart, be diligent, stay focused, all right? Stay focused, stay locked in. Let's get this money, baby. I love y'all. I'm out.